वर्ल्ड, इस प्लेटफॉर्म पर, इस चैनल पर हम बहुत से टॉप एमएनसीज के प्रोग्रामिंग एंड कोडिंग क्वेश्चंस को डिस्कस करने वाले हैं, जैसे कि गूगल, जैसे कि नेटफ्लिक्स, जैसे कि अडोबी और आज तक की टॉप नॉच जैसे कि अमेजॉन। तो अगर आपको इनमें से किसी भी कंपनी से प्यार है या नहीं भी है, तब भी चैनल को जरूर देखना, क्योंकि यहाँ पर हम हर लेवल के, हर टाइप के, हर एमएनसी के या नॉन एमएनसी के, जो कि इंटरव्यू पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से काफी जरूरी हैं, उन प्रॉब्लम्स को डिस्कस करने वाले हैं। साथ ही साथ आप जानोगे कि कैसे हर एक वेबसाइट को जुडिशियसली यूज करना है डिफरेंट पर्पसेस के लिए। अगर आप कॉम्पिटिटिव प्रोग्रामिंग कर रहे हो, डिफरेंट वेबसाइट इज मेड फॉर दैट। अगर आप एमएनसीज की तैयारी कर रहे हो, डिफरेंट वेबसाइट इज मेड फॉर दैट। बट इन डिफरेंट वेबसाइट्स के बीच में डिफरेंस कैसे पता करें, इन डिफरेंट वेबसाइट्स को कैसे यूज करना है, किन क्वेश्चन के लिए कौन सी वेबसाइट ज्यादा जरूरी है, ज्यादा अच्छी है, ज्यादा टेस्ट केसेस के साथ है, इन सब की अंडरस्टैंडिंग आपको मिलने वाली है इस चैनल पर। तो अगर आपने चैनल को अब तक सब्सक्राइब नहीं करा है, क्या कर रहे हो, सब्सक्राइब करो एंड हर वीडियो को पूरा देखना और किसी भी वीडियो को मिस मत करना, क्योंकि हर वीडियो के एंड में आपको मिलने वाली है एक बोनस टिप, जो कि बहुत ज़्यादा हेल्पफुल होगी आप सबके लिए। वेदर आप टेक्निकल रोल्स के लिए अप्लाई करो, वेदर नॉन टेक्निकल के लिए अप्लाई करो, क्योंकि ये जनरल प्लस प्रोग्रामिंग के भी टिप्स होंगे, कैसे एक प्रॉब्लम को या कैसे इंटरव्यू में आपको बिहेव करना चाहिए। तो अगर आपने अब तक नहीं सब्सक्राइब करा, सब्सक्राइब जरूर कर लेना। एंड अब टाइम वेस्ट करे बिना आज के कोडिंग क्वेश्चन की तरफ चलते हैं। आज हम क्या नया देखने वाले हैं और आज की बोनस टिप आपको क्या मिलने वाली है। तो चलो विदाउट एनी टाइम वेस्ट आज के कोडिंग क्वेश्चन की तरफ चलते हैं।
हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम बैक टू द चैनल। आज का क्वेश्चन जो कि आया है सीधा इंटरनेशनल फोरम से हमारे इंटरनेशनल प्लेटफॉर्म पर, दैट इज बल्ब स्विचर। Bulb switcher. This is a medium category problem. Yesterday or the day before, it was the POTD of the Leetcode. Because I was not well, so we hadn't made the video on that. But yes, I find it that it is very good question with respect to, because it will open your horizon of thinking that may it be the medium question or may it be the hard question. What you require is just to think in the right direction. And medium and hard question doesn't mean that you need to write 20 or 30 lines of code. Your code could be as long as 30 lines, 50 lines, or as concise as just one line. So this is also the difference, and that's why I think that this question is really important, and that's why I picked it up for discussing in the video. So today's question is bulb switcher. Significance of this, because without significance, without the relevance, nobody does anything, nobody does anything. So the significance of this question is that in the past 6 months, this question has been asked in the FAANG companies more than how many times? More than 25 plus times. Okay? And this question has appeared as the main interview question. एज द मेन इंटरव्यू क्वेश्चन में आया है. इट्स लाइक नॉट बूस्टर टाइप का क्वेश्चन जो पहले पूछ लेते हैं एंड देन यू आर नॉट मार्क्ड अपॉन दैट. दिस इज़ द मेन इंटरव्यू क्वेश्चन. और जब आप इसका सोल्यूशन देखोगे तब आप बोलोगे अरे ये इंटरव्यू में आया है. बट येस, ये इंटरव्यू में आया है. क्यों? क्योंकि ये आपका थिंकिंग कैपेबिलिटी को चेक करता है कि हाउ सून यू आर एबल टू अटेम्प्ट दिस, लाइक सोल्यूशन पर कितनी जल्दी पहुंच पाते हो, या अपने मैथमेटिकल स्किल्स को साथ में प्रोग्रामिंग के कैसे यूज़ करते हो. ओके, सो आते हैं क्वेश्चन पर कि ये क्या कह रहा है. देयर आर n bulbs that are initially off. Let me just scroll it down a bit so that we can read the whole question at once. Yeah, so the question says there are n bulbs that are initially off. You first turn on all the bulbs, then you turn off every second bulb. On the third round, you toggle every third bulb. For the third round, you toggle every eye bulb. For the ith round, you toggle every eye bulb. For the nth round, you only toggle the last bulb. Return the number of bulbs that are on after n rounds. थोड़ा सा ट्रिकी लग रहा है, but we'll understand it. So let's consider that you are given with n is equals to 4. So initially there are 4 bulbs, which you can say I will use this area. Initially there are 4 bulbs which are off, which are at off state. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and you first turn on all the bulbs. Yani first round में we turned on all the bulbs, so all will be on. This is my first round, this is my initial round. Now on my second round I will turn on only the second bulb, like toggle the second bulb. So toggling, it will come off, then it will remain on, and then it will come off. And then on the third round I will be toggling every third bulb, which will be this one. So it will be off, and what it will be off. Yeah. On the third round you toggle every third bulb. On second round you toggle this. Okay, so off, and then on the third round this one, and then on the last round we only toggle this thing. So on, off, on. I think so I missed something. There are n bulbs that are initially off. You first turn on all the bulbs, then you turn off every second bulb. Okay, we turned off every second bulb. On the third round, you toggle every third bulb, turning it on if it's off and turning off if it's on. So if it was on, so we have converted this to off. Okay, and then comes on to the last one. For the nth one, which is 4, we will only toggle the last one. Wait. Return the number of bulbs that are on after n rounds. Okay, return the number of bulbs that are on after n rounds. So how many bulbs are on after n round? 1 and 2. Okay, similarly let's understand it with an example. This was right, I inputted something else. If we have 5, so 5 is like initially all will be off. Okay, then we will turn on all the bulbs, so it will be on. This was my 0th, this was my 1th. On the second round I will turn on these. On the third round I will toggle this. On the fourth round it will be on, off, on, and on the fifth it will be like this, will be toggled, so it will be off. So here we will be having 2 as the on numbers. Okay, so this is what we are trying to infer. So similarly, if n is equals to 3, means initially all are off, or we can consider this. Just consider this thing. So here is only one on bulb, that's why the output is 1. Okay, so now I think that you have understood the question and what it is trying to do and asks to us. And now let's discuss upon the approach, how to solve this basically, and what all things or what all methods we can adopt to solve this. Okay, so here in this question, if you have seen it very nicely, then there is a pattern that you must have observed, that the number of bulbs. So here the main thing is just to observe that pattern. If you are able to get that pattern, then you are able to solve the question. Otherwise it will be difficult for you. I am not saying that you won't be able to solve the question, you will be able to solve it, but complexity will be very much compared to what is expected. Okay, so the solution of this could be that you construct an array. Naive solution, or what I should say, naive approach could be you construct an array fill it up with the initial stages that are provided in the question, and you construct an array and fill it with the initial stages that are provided in the question and toggle those as mentioned in the question. Like if you are iterating second time on the array, you toggle every other switch. Okay, this could be one of the things, naive approach, but here the time complexity will be how much? It will be O of n into n. That's the worst case. So it means n square. Okay, because you will be running one loop and then on the other loop you will be computing it until you are reaching to the end. Okay, and then the space complexity of this will be O of n. Okay, O of n. So this is also one of the solution, naive approach. It's nothing wrong if you come up with this naive approach on the first, but I should say that you should be able to optimize this and arrive it at the best solution as fast as you can. Okay, now you are saying and you are seeing that the naive approach is giving us n square and n complexity. Okay, you could think of that it is the best solution and I cannot have more solution than that. But what if someone tells you that the solution, even it's a medium level problem, you could solve this question in time complexity of O of 1 and space complexity is also O of 1. Then what will happen? You should be like putting pressure on your mind. Okay, means this is not something that I have solved it and I should be thinking of other ways as well, and like that. So you will be starting brainstorming yourself, right? This is something that you should do in this case if you're not able to think of the better solution for this. So now let's discuss this. It's the optimized solution. Before moving to the optimized solution, I will definitely recommend you pause the video, take some time and think about it. Like what could be the solution? I can give you a hint that you will be using math for this solution. Try to think of in that terms, pause the video, take some time, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, think about it and then resume the video and then see what's the solution that we are opting and were you able to arrive at the same or not. If you are arriving at the same, then congratulations, because you are able to think out of the box and you are able to think on the optimized solution. But if not, then also it's not fine, because everybody learns it from the experiences. Okay, so once you know that okay, this thing could also be happen, next time when you will see the similar kind of problem, your mind will be able to confer and think about all the different possibilities to solve that question. This is one of the things that you can only get when you have practiced them a lot, and that's why I always urge that practice is important. No matter how proficient you are or how many like data structures and depth understanding of algorithms you have, if you're not practicing, you will face challenge at one or the other stage. Okay, so the optimized solution, let's discuss this now. Optimized solution is this. For this is using maths. We will be using math here. Okay, here we will observe the pattern that if it's n is equals to 4, the output was 2. Okay, and if n is equals to 3, output was 1. If n is equals to 5, output was 2, which states that it is the square root of the nearest number. That is, when the input is 4, we get the exact result to be 2. But also when input is 5, we will be getting 2 only, which we can check as well by doing it with hand. Okay, so we will be using maths here. If we observe the pattern, n is equals to 4, output 2. So in the code we will just be doing the square root of the given number and will return it. Okay, we will understand this what it is trying to say in a while. The time complexity of this solution will be O of 1, and the space complexity of this solution will also be O of 1. Okay, so this was the whole thing. Now let's discuss the solution, what it is trying to say. So when we are having n is equals to 4, n is equals to 9, you will definitely observe this pattern that those numbers that are the exact square root, you will be getting those numbers only in the result. Okay, let's understand this. The nearest number is 9, so initially it is of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then all are on the first round, on. Then they are toggling, like this one will be off, this one will be off, this one and this one. On the third, this one will be off, this one will be on, and this one will be off. Okay, now fourth one, fourth is off, so it will be turned to on, and 1, 2, 3, 4, this is off, this will be turned to on. Okay, and then fifth one, fifth is this, it's on, it will be turned to off, it will be turned to off. Okay, now sixth is this thing is on, this will be turned to off. Seventh is this thing is on, this thing is on, this will be off. Eighth is on, it will be turned to off. And then ninth is off, it will be turned to on. So now count, 1 is true, then this thing is on, and then this thing is on, 3. Okay, similar for 4, which we have discussed, and similar for the other things as well. Okay, in between you could check it out for n is equals to 7 and 8 and 6. You will be getting the result only as 2 in every case until you encounter 9. After 9 till 16, you will be getting the result as 3 till 15. From 16, you will be getting 4. So it means there is a range until and unless we encounter a square root number which has concrete square roots, we will be having that result only. Okay, so that's why this question is so easy, this time complexity and space complexity, because we will be doing in the code, we will be just doing this only, the time and space complexity, basic, the square root only. That's why the space complexity is O of 1, because we are not using any space, and the time complexity is also O of 1 because we are not constructing, we are not looping it out. It's just like a mathematical operation that we are performing. Okay, so I hope the explanation and the question is clear to you. If you have any doubts, any questions, then do not hesitate to mention it in the comment section. I will definitely see and respond it to that accordingly. And now, without wasting any time, let's move on to the most exciting part of the video, which is the coding section, and let's solve this question out. Okay, so this is the question, bulb switcher. This is category medium, problem number 319. There are n bulbs that are initially off. You first turn on all the bulbs that we have listened, and here are some of the examples which you can refer to. Okay, and now let's discuss the solution which we have discussed already. So I will just type it. It's literally a one line of code. So this will be a short video and returning the square root of n, and let's run it. Okay, you can see the 0 time complexity. To prove this, that it is true for the square cases, basically what we have discussed, I am adding 2 more test cases here, 16 and 17. 16 result should be 4, and then 17th result should be 4, and this is true. So now let's submit it out and check it. Okay, 45.43 doesn't make any sense. Yep, makes sense. Because we're just doing an operation, 45.43 doesn't make any sense. It's like O of 1. What time complexity or what solution could have better results than O of 1, basically. Okay. So, yeah. We have solved this question with 10 on 10 marks on time complexity, which is the most important thing whenever you are solving. And 10 on, like 7 on 10 for the space complexity, which is also not really bad. So pat on your back, guys. We have solved this question with the bestest approach. And now I can expect that whenever you will see this question, you are able to derive at the solution in fastest time, like in the lesser time compared to the other candidates, because that is the pro that you will be getting if you are watching this channel, because here we discuss the tips, how to solve it, how to basically think in that direction for approaching the problem. Okay, so yeah, we have come to the end of the video. If you like today's question video explanation, then do not forget to like, share and subscribe the channel. Share this channel with your friends, guys, because sharing education is really a good deed. And at the end of the video, I would like to thank you all for watching the video, and stay tuned with the channel as COVID season is coming back. So I would like to say you all stay safe, stay healthy. Bye bye.